blood-red sun where the dry winds moan stands a shadow of a man across alone. Whiskey bottles lay by a weathered stone. Ghost town whispers in them his sins atone. Echoes from the outlaw heart, riding through cursed lands torn apart. The silence holds what words cannot start, the haunting trail of a forsaken heart. Once loved a girl as fierce as desert storms, her eyes like the stars in cold nights they'd warm. But love turned to dust, left in betrayal's form. He rides seeking vengeance through hell's reform. Echoes from the outlaw heart, burning churches, lives torn apart. Each train whistle a bitter remark on the lonely tracks of a damn heart. In the mirror of the night his shadow confronts ghosts of the past, of the hurt he once shunned. The gun's cold truth in his hand weighed like a ton, and the echo of the shout, what's lost is never won. Echoes from the outlaw heart, in silent deserts under stars that chart. Forgotten graves of his soul apart, in the whispers of the wind he departs. Every chord of memory, every note of scar, echoes from the outlaw heart, echoing afar. In the shadow of the valley where the sun forgets to shine, I ride alone past whispers in the pines. Dust kicks up neath the hooves of my old gray mare. Ghost towns echo tales of despair. A whiskey bottle clinks against my side as I ride toward vengeance with nowhere to hide. Riding through the last ride under a blood-red sky, past burning churches where the lost souls lie. Hear the train whistle mourn a tune so wild and wide. I'm chasing shadows on this long last ride. The wind-owl secrets of a cursed land. Once loved a woman, she slipped right through my hands. Betrayed by a brother, now a foe, not a friend. Left me for dead in a story that he penned. But the desert knows the sins of night, and in its sands I plied my fight. Riding through the last ride under a blood-red sky, past forgotten graves where the dust storms fly. Hear the train whistle mourn a tune so wild and wide. I'm facing demons on this long last ride. In the mirror of the night, face to face with my past, every scar, every wrong, shadows cast. With the ending near this tale's last page, I'll meet my fate with a gunfighter's rage. Riding to the last ride under a blood-red sky. This is my confession, this is my goodbye. Hear the train whistle sing a hymn so wild and wide. I'm embracing darkness on this last solemn ride. No more shadows, just the truth by my side.
Silent desert under a blood-red moon's glow stood a man with a bottle of whiskey where the winds of regret blow. The town was just a shadow, a memory of smoke and flame, the ghost of a church still ringing, a hymn bearing his name. Oh, the devil's deal and the drifting smoke, signed in the shadows where the lost souls choke. Whispers on the dust storms cry, telling tales of how you'll never die. Once loved a girl with eyes like the stormy skies, but the devil had his due under those cursed sunrise. Betrayal came on a cold train's whistle, far and keen, left nothing but her locket and dreams that could have been. The devil's deal in the dusk and the smoke that blinds, promises made in the dark bind the strongest minds. Echoes of her laughter swallowed by the sand, the heart of the cursed lands where we stand. Face to face with the past in the eye of a dust-swirled fight, the ghosts of wronged hearts rising with the night. Found her grave unmarked beneath the desert scorn, whispered sorry to the winds, a love reborn. So here's to the devil's deal and the ever-burning smoke, in the land of lost chances where hope is a cruel joke. Raise a glass to the sky, to the love and life I forsake, riding out with the dawn for my damn soul's sake. This song paints the somber picture of a wanderer, wrestling with his past and the deals cast in the shadows that have shaped his fate, all carried by a melody, as weathered as the story it tells. Under a blood-red sky, in the town of Willow's End, echoes of train whistles cut through the silence like a friend. Whiskey bottles lay scattered, secrets hidden beneath the sand. Where chapels once stood, now only shadows of the damned. In the ashes of the lost love, where my haunted heart resides, every breeze whispers betrayal under the moon's watchful eyes. Burning memories in the dust, like churches set to flame. The ghost of you still lingers, a curse I cannot name. The night you vanished, a dust storm took your trace, left me with nothing but a locket and the memory of your grace. You say you chose the darkness with a heartbreaker smile, left me alone with our sins in this cursed mile. In the ashes of the lost love, where sorrow never dies, the winds scream of vengeance beneath the starless skies, haunting the silent deserts where our fates were overthrown. I wander through this ghost town forever alone. At the crossroads by the forgotten graves, I found your truth, written in the silver light of a merciless cold moon. Your betrayal, a knife's edge, sharp and oh so real. In the vast endless night, a broken heart to steal. In the ashes of the lost love, I lay my spirit bare. In the smoke and ruins of passion, I found my despair. But in this lonely battle, revenge stirs in the dust. I'll rise from these ashes for justice for us. So let the desert swallow the story, let the sands claim the pain. In the ashes of the lost love, only the echoes remain. Under a blood-red sky, I ride through the sand, past ghost towns and graves in this God-forsaken land. A whiskey bottle clutched, memories flood like rain. The echoes of the past whispering with pain. Riding through the cursed land, heart heavy as stone, lost love and betrayal. In this desert I roam, each mile a reminder of the cost of my sins. Riding through the cursed land, where the darkness begins. Storms swirl round like the lies that were spun. Found love in her eyes, neath the same burning sun. But a train whistle moans, a dirge for my soul. She's gone with the shadows, where the night winds blow. Riding through the cursed land, guns at my side, silent deserts witness to the tears I've denied. cursed land through the endless night. At the old churchyard where the fire still burns, I see your shadow dance at every painful turn. My heart calls for justice, but there's no peace to find. Only whispers of the past twisting through my mind. Riding through the cursed land, this tale's nearly done. Fate's a cruel mistress under this merciless sun. But in this endless desert, I've made my final stand. Riding through the cursed land, gun cold in my hand. Under the blood and red moon's eerie light, dust swirls where the black horse did ride. Bottles clink in the ghost town silence. Whispers float from the saloons past violence. Midnight strikes in the devil's deal under starlit skies. Fate's cruel wheel, echoes of a train that never arrives. Life's a shadow in these cursed dives. He walked with a bounty on his soul, loved a woman whose heart he stole. In the chapel where the vows were said, flames danced high, love was left for dead. Midnight calls in the devil's grasp. In silent deserts, the lost love's gasp. Burning churches light the forsaken plains, where hope is a ghost and only sorrow remains. Staring down the barrel of his sins, he sees her face and the wind's harsh spins. The truth strikes like a viper's bite in the desert's cold under the haunting moonlight. Midnight burns in the devil's eyes, a gunslinger's oath, a life of lies. Yet in the darkness a soul might find a shot at redemption, or leave it all behind. With each chord strummed on a lonely guitar, this tale unwinds like a wound unscarred, telling a story as old as the hills, shadowed under moonlit chills. In the shadow of the valley, where the sun forgets to shine, lies a town too scared to whisper,
crossing over fate's fine line. Dust devils dance on broken streets. Wind sings the chapel sins. Every step on this cursed land, a sorrowful waltz begins. By beneath the ghostly moonlight, they waltz those lost before their time, with whiskey, tears, and heartache, to a tune that speaks of crime. The stars are dim, the night is thick, a dance of despair and chance. In the cursed land they waltz, in their endless spectral trance. There once was love neath these ochre skies, now just shadows remain. Promises made by lying lips brought nothing but pain. A train's lone whistle mourns the dead, past dreams that can't be saved. Among the ashes of the church lie secrets dark and grave. Ah, beneath the ghostly moonlight, they waltz those lost before their time, with whiskey, tears, and heartache, to a tune that speaks of crime. The stars are dim, the night is thick, a dance of despair and chance. In the cursed land they waltz, in the endless spectral trance. Oh, the tales this dusk could tell, if only dusk could speak, of the gunshots in the night, the strong preying on the weak. My heart once full of vengeance, now just echoes with regret, dancing with the ghosts of those I'm trying to forget. High beneath the ghostly moonlight, I waltz alone, my fate resigned, stepping through my past mistakes, leaving hope and fear behind. The stars now watch in silence as I embrace this cursed dance, in the land that haunts my dreams, where I had my last chance. In this cursed land I waltz, with my ghosts, my love, my stance.
Shadow of the black sun, where the cold winds moan, lies a town forgotten with streets overgrown. Whiskey bottles clank in the hands of ghostly brides, while the church bells silent, no savior inside. Dust devils dance on graves without names. Under that cursed sky, everything's changed. Ashes of the black sun falling like sin cover my heart where loved ones have been. Gone with the wind, through the silence they run. Everything burned up, the black sun. Once had a lover with eyes like stormy skies. In a chapel of dreams we swore no goodbyes. But the betrayal came on a high whispering breeze. Left me with nothing but her memory to seize. In the night train whistles cry like old ghosts, haunting the crossroads of what I miss most. Ashes of the black sun cover my trail. Lost loves and old wounds, a sorrowful tale. Gone with the dust where the dead rivers run. Nothing remains but the black sun. There's a gun that's burning cold in my grip. Echoes of vengeance, the words from my lips. Down in the valley where the dark waters meet, I'll find my redemption, oh my end I'll greet. Ashes of the black sun bury my past. In a silence of deserts I'm free at last. Revenge or resignation, line has been drawn. I walk alone under the black sun.
In the shadow of dead mesquite, where the cold wind moans and sighs, lies a town too rough for daylight, under blood-stained twilight skies. Whiskey bottles tell the story in this God-forsaken land of a lone and weary gunslinger with a trembling, cursed hand. Ashes of the gunslinger spread across the silent dunes, haunted by the love he lost and darkened by high noon rooms. Every star a bullet hole in the fabric of his soul, riding on to nowhere in his heart, a burning coal. The cross of an old churchyard where the prairie roses claim, he lost his heart to a prairie girl, the desert's fleeting spring. But betrayal came from a brother's hand, the one he trusted most, left him bleeding by the chapel, just another silent ghost. Oh, the ashes of the gunslinger drift with each mournful train whistle's cry. Echoes of his vengeance stir in every town he rides by. His path lined with forgotten graves, his nights plagued by restless dreams, a silhouette against the firelight, torn apart at the seams.
sharp as rattlesnakes' fangs, piercing the roar of the wind. 2 shots fired in the desert's heart, only one man stood in grace, a reflection of his darkest self, fading without a trace. The ashes of the gunslinger, scattered by the sins he bore, whispered tales in tavern corners, a legend forevermore. In every gust of desert sand, his spirit finds its peace. The gunslinger's fire has found its end, his soul at last release.
Secrets untold, in a land cursed by the sun's vengeful hold, lies a ghost town, shadows cling to decay. Each wooden plank a story faded and gray. Forgotten graves hum the old sinner's mass, while the devil's ashes stain the broken glass. Underneath the blood-red sky, whiskey bottles lay bone dry. Hear the lonesome train whistle cry. In the devil's ashes, good men die. Once a love bloomed, wild, fierce, and free, under that old scorched Joshua tree. Betrayal's sharp knife, a silent vow broken, left nothing but vengeance, best served cold and unspoken. Her laughter haunts every desert street. In the swirl of dust storms, our pastime meet. Underneath the blood-red sky, whiskey bottles lay bone dry. Hear the lonesome train whistle cry. In the devil's ashes, good men die. Where burning churches once stood tall, now only ghostly confessions call. There by the old well, I confronted my fears, the echoes of bullets lost in the years. She stood there waiting, pale as the moon's glow, her eyes telling stories no one else could know. Underneath the blood-red sky, whiskey bottles now testify. The lonesome train has had its say. In the devil's ashes I'll stay. This land of curses, my final bed, where spirits whisper among the dead. In the shadow of the Joshua tree, where the devil cast his stone, lies a town too cursed to name, where the winds forever moan.
Whiskey bottles line the streets like the soldiers falling cold, and every step on dusty earth is a story left untold. Oh, the gunpowder serenade plays a tune of lead and flame. Bitter echoes fill the night, whispering a forsaken name. In the heart of silent deserts, under skies that bleed and fade, lives the curse of every outlaw, drowning gunpowder serenade. Once a lover called my name, in a time when trust was sworn. Now her ghost in moonlit lace, through the weeping cactus torn. Betrayed by blood, by love, by gold, beneath the noose the deal was made. A burning church, the cold farewell sealed by gunpowder serenade. Oh, the gunpowder serenade sings of love that can't return. Fires dance in empty eyes where the soul's too scorched to burn. Through the dust of forgotten graves where our sins at rest are laid, we're cursed to walk these lands alone with the gunpowder serenade. Darkness meets the dawn, the train whistles mournful sounds, face to face with my own shadow on these cursed unholy grounds. The gun clicks in the silent night like the debts of sin repaid. One last dance in the devil's hole to the tune of gunpowder played. So let the gunpowder serenade close my eyes to the bleeding sun. May revenge or sweet release come from the barrel of my gun. In the whispers of the desert storm and the choices that I've made, I'll find my peace or damnation in the gunpowder serenade. In the shadow of a ghost town under the blood-red sky, whiskey bottles lie empty where lost spirits lie. The dust whistles secrets through streets that forgot time. A lone train moans softly past sins in its chime. Buried deep in the devil's deal, by the edge of the cursed lands, under a church long burning, all lost in his hand. No prayer left unspoken, no cross to appeal. All I got is this heartache and a bad deal sealed. There's a tale of a lover whose eyes mirrored night, betrayed under starlight, vanished out of sight. Her whispers like venom, her shadow in the sands. Now I roam with the restless, with blood on my hands. Buried deep in the devil's deal, where the silent deserts weep, haunting forgotten graves, where secrets creep. I followed her laughter the storm's real. Found nothing
nothing but echoes and the devil's cold steel. In the heat of the desert, I faced my own ghost, confronted the darkness, the pain I fear most. Her spectral silhouette dances in the night's dusty veil, while I reckon with my demons on this forsaken trail. Now I'm buried in the devil's deal. Revenge burns in my stare, accepting this cursed path with cold desert air. The church bell's silent now in this ghostly ordeal, a gunslinger's last confession, the devil's final seal.
In the shadow of the old church spire, underneath the moon's pale choir, lies a town swallowed by the sand, whiskey bottles and withered hands. Dust storms whisper through broken doors, echoes of boots on creaking floors. Ghost trains moan in the dead of night, haunting the edge of the fading light. Beneath the ghost town, secrets lie, buried under a cursed sky. Hearts once pledged in shadow deeds, now just ghosts and tumbleweeds. There's a tale of a love betrayed in the silent streets where we once played. A silver locket, a rusted gun, a game that two could never have won. She promised forever by the burning church, left a man with his soul in the lurch. Her laughter's a memory fading fast in the winds of a whispered past. Beneath the ghost town, vengeance waits in the shadows of sealed fates, where love once lived, now only grief among the dust and forgotten leaves. In this desert I face my sin, the echoes of what might have been. The wind calls out her sweet false name as I light the match, set the past aflame. Beneath the ghost town I find my rest, in the heart of the wild, wild west, forgiving the ghost in the desert's embrace. In the silence I find my grace. Each verse and chorus weaves through the sorrowed yarn of a deserted cursed town. It's forgotten tales and buried pains, the more
lost souls in the night. A lone train whistle moans under the pale moonlight. Ghost town shadows dance on walls of crumbling stone. A lone figure stands, his heart turned cold as bone. He made a deal with the devil's devil deep beneath the sand, for a shot of vengeance in a cursed and barren land. Burning churches, forgotten graves, the echoes of his plea. Now he walks with ghosts, the price of being free. Dusty bar with a floor that told of sin. He lost his love to a gamble, her smile traded in. Promises like vapor in the desert's harsh embrace. Her laughter now just whispers, her touch a fading trace. He struck a deal with the devil's devil, heart black as coal, traded his soul for a chance to fill this hollow hole. Burning churches, silent deserts, where no righteous man shall tread. He walks alone, a spirit among the dead. Starlit void where silence makes its bed. He faced the truth within him, words unsaid. The devil laughed a cold laugh as he drew his final breath. There's no escape from vengeance, not even in death. There's a deal with the devil's devil that binds like iron chains. In the haunted hush of night, only sorrow remains. Burning memories, fading tracks, in lands that God forgot. He's the ghost of his own making, the outlaw that time caught.
Horizon bleeds into the night. Silent deserts hold whispers of a vengeful plight. There's a cursed trail they call the lantern path, where shadows move and good men don't last. Under the moon gold glare, whiskey tells no lies. Dusty winds moan as another heart dies. Oh, the lanterns sway, but their lights grown dim on the path where sinners walk, the chance is slim. Ghosts of the fallen swirling in the sands. I walk with my regrets and blood on my hands. Like a fiery brand,
like the haunted souls below, forgotten graves where the broken spirits go. Yes, the lanterns sway, fading out of sight, carrying dreams of the cursed through the night. The dust settles on the stories best forgot. On the path of shadows, love matters not. Dressed in black, eyes like coal pits and a noose in his sack. Vengeance or peace, he asked a devil's grin. My heart knew the answer was blowing in the wind. Now the lanterns blaze as I take my stand. This path chose me in this God-forsaken land. Bitter the tale where the lost souls weep. I walk the lantern path where the dark runs deep. Down in the valley where the shadow people dwell, under the eye of a moon pale as a bone, whispers float on a dust-ridden spell. In this ghost town I wander alone, a rusted locket clenched in my fist, bearing the face of a love long missed. Oh, the weeping sky and the crying wind tells a tale of a heart broken and tossed. In this cursed land where my sorrows ascend, I keep searching for the soul that I lost. The locket's a keeper of the promise we made, now just a cold token of the love that decayed. Found a whisper in a bottle of whiskey, lying on the very night the church in the valley burned bright. Heard a train whistle like a spirit was sighing, as the flames reflected in her eyes haunting light. They said love like ours was never meant to last. Now all that's left is shadows we cast. Oh, the weeping sky and the crying wind tells a tale of a heart shattered then cursed. In silent deserts where old ghosts have grinned, I roam aimlessly with my unquenchable thirst. The locket's rust is like the blood we once bled in that burning church where our vows were said. Truth revealed, a pact made in desperation, never set free. A heart's revenge on the battlefield, but the night grows cold and my vengeance fades. In the eyes of the locket my fury parades. Under the weeping sky and by the crying wind, I face the fate of a love not just lost but stolen. A whisper in the dust, a memory rusted locket, our cursor token, resigned to wander neath moon's palest ghost, with her face in my locket, forever my host.
cursed moon's glare stands the old wooden barn at the edge of despair. Whiskey bottles lay shattered where secrets don't die, and the echoes of train whistles sing out a lonesome cry. Dust storms rise with a vengeance from the silent desert floor as shadows dance in the flames of the barn's fiery door. Dancing with a burning barn, spinning in its fiery waltz, twisting round the cinders, holding tight to what was lost. Every flicker tells a tale of love that turned to scorn. Haunted hearts keep dancing on the night the barn burned warm. She swore love by the river beneath the willow shade, but her promises were empty, just like the bed we made. Found her whispering in moonlight in a stranger's coat of arms. By dawn I watch my bitter tears feed the flames upon my farm. Burning church on the hill, its bell told her to cede. Forgotten graves stirred, their silence incomplete. Dancing with a burning barn, whirling in its scalding embrace. Each ember a memory, each shadow a face. Every spark a whisper of nights when love was sworn. Cursed hearts keep dancing on the night the barn burned ash-laden whispers the desert winds confess. In every crackling timber I hear her sweet redress. Ghostly waltz in the firelight, the past refuses to die. Dancing with the specters neath the black starless sky. Dancing with a burning barn, scorched earth under my feet, moving through the memories that refuse to retreat. Every fire dies down, but this ghost will always mourn. A heart forever dancing where that old barn burned warm. In the shadow of the mesa where the sun bled out its fire, whiskey bottles and dust storms paint the ghost of my desire. A train whistle moans through crumbling stones in a town too dead to die, where my heart lies buried under western skies. Oh, sing me that ghost town ballad of a love that's burned to ash, with every chord strummed under a moon so bright. Betrayals breeze through the chapel's charred remains. Dance with the devils among swept plains. She was a wild desert rose with thorns I did not see, her whisper like a serpent beneath the old oak tree. Her lies were a masked ball, her truth the first to fall. In the night where the coyotes call still haunts my every dream. Oh, play me that ghost town ballad where the shadows know echoes of our laughter through the forsaken hall. But there by the churchyard I faced my fearsome foe. His gun was quick, but my revenge, it was slow. In the silence of the gunfire lay the truth I came to know. She's gone like the dust that I now sow. So sing for me softly that ghost town requiem, where love's a forgotten hymn and nights condemned. Here in this desolation I claim my cursed crown, a king of a barren kingdom in a ghost town gown. So let the wind sing and the lonely church bell toll, a ballad for the broken in the desert soul.
Out past the rusted railroad spike, where the ghost towns kiss the sky, I ride on a stallion black as sin, through the whiskey dust and lies, under that old gallows tree, where the shadows whisper crimes. A bottle swings, an unmarked grave, lost loves and forgotten times. Riding through the whiskey, flames lick at my side, haunted by the heartache that I can't leave behind. Every sip of memory, every gulp of grave, riding through the whiskey, the broken man's parade. She was the fire in the chapel that burned it down to lace, her kiss a promise of betrayal, gone without a trace. That night the desert knew her whispers underneath the crescent moon. She fled with my old rival to the tune of a traitor's tune. Riding through the whiskey with revenge burning bright, dark spirits guide me through the cold, cursed night. Every sip a story, every gulp a scar, riding through the whiskey to where the fallen are. In a dusty bar at the edge of despair, I saw her face, wind tangled in her hair. Guns drawn as locked, time took a breath in a silent town where the only exit is death. Riding through the whiskey, let the spirits be my guide. I found my peace in the thunder, her treachery denied. For every sip of sorrow, for every gulp of pain, riding through the whiskey, neath the endless starlit plain. circle high. Dust devils dance where the old church lies in ruins. Whiskey bottles clink in the silence of the ghost town. Every wall is a story, every shadow a warning. Echoes from the cursed land, they call my name through the whisper of the train, like a lost refrain. Here under the desert sun, where my sins lie bare, the wind carries my burden, a song of despair. Once loved a girl with eyes like the stormy night, betrayed by a kiss in the flicker of the lantern light. Her laughter now a memory, fading in the swirling dust. Her vows lie forgotten like a pistol left to rust. Echoes from the cursed land, a haunting plea. In the howl of the night wind, she speaks to me. Bound by blood-stained dreams in these silent streets, every stone tells a story, every echo repeats. By the burning church, I kneel and pray for rain. Wash away her sins, cleanse my soul from pain. But the heavens stay silent, just like her grave, hidden wide in this cursed land. Even redemption has died. Echoes from the cursed land, I embrace the fire. Alone outlaws lament, strung on rusty wire. Let the desert claim me, let the spirits judge my stand. In the heart of the silence of this forsaken land.